Assalamu alaikum. This is Imran Haneef from Gujranwala, Cantt, and today we are going to visit the historical Rohtas Fort, and today it is 4th March of 2024, and now we are entering the gate from the GT Road, near to Mangla, Cantt, and 4 or 5 kilometers far from Dina, Jhelum. This is the entry gate of the Qil'ah Rohtas Fort. As we can say, this is a newly built, and it is under construction. The grand entry gate from the GT Road to the Rohtas Fort. Now we begin our journey on the road towards Rohtas Fort, and this road is also newly built in some 2 or 3 years before, I think so. And when we enter and we start our journey, there is a signboard guiding towards the Rohtas Fort. When we head towards Rohtas Fort, there is also a signboard on which Qil'ah Rohtas, the distance from the GT Road 8.5 km has been mentioned, and Maqbara Khair also mentioned on this signboard. And now we are closer to the fort, and it is somewhat 500 meters away from this, and we can see the boundary wall, which is called in Urdu or Arabic Fasil of the fort. And the grand Rohtas Fort is somewhat, we can say, very near to us, and we are very near to the fort. And now we are near to enter the fort, and this is the signboard indicating that there is the gate, and the entry of the Rohtas Fort is very near to us. And we can see this is the main gate, the main entry, which is allowed to visitors and all the locals and international tourists to enter the Rohtas Fort. Now we are entering this gate. The first gate, when we enter the Rohtas Fort, the name of this gate is Khas Khani Gate, and this is a very, we can say, a huge and big entry gate. And we will come to know that near or behind or in front of every entry gate there are 12 grand gates to enter the fort, which were built by Sher Shah Suri and his builders. So this is the first gate, Khas Khani Gate, and near to this gate we see there is a tomb of saint, and near to every gate we will come to know there is almost a tomb of a pious man or saints of those times. And on this signboard, this is mentioned that Sher Shah Suri ordered his builder Shahu Sultan to construct and to build this grand fort. And this the construction of this fort was started in 948 Hijri and 1541, in the year of the 1541, and it took 7 years to complete. So during the long time of, we can say, 7 years, this fort was completed by 3 lakhs soldiers or 3 lakhs laborers. Actually, it is stated that there were very less residential buildings constructed by Sher Shah Suri within the building within the premises of this Rohtas Fort. But after the death of Sher Shah Suri, his elder son Salim Shah Suri allowed the local residents who were residing outside the Rohtas Fort, he allowed them to reside inside the and to have their accommodation inside the Rohtas Fort. So these are the buildings, these are the residences who were actually and this is the accommodation, and this is the locality. This was not actually permitted by or allowed by Sher Shah Suri, but by his elder son Salim Shah Suri. When we enter the fort, we can see all around the grand seal, the grand boundary wall, which is around about 4 kilometers long, and the premises of and the total length of this boundary wall is also 4 kilometers. Now we have entered the Rohtas Fort, and one amazing and astonishing fact comes to us before us, that Sher Shah Suri was not basically an engineer and not was a skilled builder, but as we know that all the Muslim rulers, including Mughals and Afghan kings, especially Muslim kings, they constructed so many astonishing and amazing buildings, and this Rohtas Fort is also one of the example in this context. And when we enter the parking lot of this Rohtas Fort, there is also signboards, and on these signboards also a brief history in Urdu and English is also mentioned. And beside this board there is also a guide map Rohtas Fort, and all main points and all main places and all main centers have been mentioned. All main gates especially have been mentioned on this signboard, and we can see that there are around about 15 gates, 14 gates mentioned on this signboard. The first one is Khaskhani Gate and the last one is Sar Gate. And now we will enter the Rohtas Fort, and we will explore the more amazing facts about this fort. We are entering the main entrance, the touring point of the path, the road which will guide us towards all of the main places of the fort. And there at the starting of the entrance there is a signboard, and on this signboard the direction of all of the gates, including Badshah Mosque, Nagar Khani Gate, and Gujranwala Gate, and Talaki Gates, and Chuha Baba Guru Nanak. So these all buildings are situated this-wards. There is a beautiful and small park when we enter the main road, which will lead us towards the main buildings and main construction of the fort and the main points of the. So this is the very nice and very decorated, beautifully decorated, and all the tourists when they visit this fort and this building, they also visit this park. One of the main feature of construction of this fort is that it is also predicted and said that jinns and some other creature other than human beings have constructed this fort. So many high walls and so many you can say mathematically, algebraically, and the measurements of the wall, the measurements and the style of the construction is very much amazing. But this is not true. Actually the laborers and the humans have constructed this fort, but because of its unique style of construction and so protective and so beautiful, and so skillfully and artfully all of the construction has been taken. Why the height of uh, has been decided, and so many high. This is Shah Chand Wali Gate. We can see on this signboard. This is Shah Chand Wali Gate, and near to this board, this gate, there is also a tomb of some saint of the old times, and it is noted that during the construction of this fort, uh, these saints also took part in the construction of this fort. So I was telling about the height of all of the gates. So it is so much height of all of the gates is because uh, there were elephants also included in the army of Sher Shah Suri. So each and every gate is kept so much high to facilitate the entry of the elephants through the buildings through these gates. Now we are at the point of this main location of the Rohtas Fort, and this is the building of Shah Chandwali. And we can see on this by the help of these signboards. Towards my right side, there is Langar Khani Gate and Tlaki Gate and Shishi Gate. And when we will travel towards my left side on this main road, there will we will come to Haveli Mansingh. Now we are very much near or in front of the Rani Mahal and Haveli Mansingh, and we can read about, and we will come to know from the statement written on this signboard. And this signboard tells us that this Haveli Mansingh was not constructed by Sher Shah Suri or his laborers or his engineers or his builders, but this was constructed after his death, and when Shahnshah Akbar occupied this Rohtas Fort, so he constructed this one building. And we also come to know that during the time of Man Singh, Rani Mahal was also constructed. Now we can see so many tourists and a large number of students and visitors and tourists is present today who are visiting this Rohtas Fort. And one fact we come to know that this Rani Mahal and Haveli Man Singh is not constructed according to the construction style or pattern of the Muslim. These two buildings are constructed on the basis of the Hindus style of construction. When we climb up the stairs of leading to the Rani Mahal, there is a platform, there is a vast place built for the which is present historically already. So many tourists are there, and from this place we can visit and we can have an overview all of the fort above. So the facile or the boundary wall is also clear and very much clearly visible from this place. And now we are going to visit the Phansi Ghat, one of the most terrible, we can say, not only amazing and surprising, but also the one of the terrible points of this fort. And in this Phansi Ghat or this place, not the criminals were hanged, but the enemies of the kings, the enemy of Sher Shah Suri and his rule or his kingdom, they were hanged. And this Phansi Ghat was constructed to make them learn a lesson and to punish them, and very terrible punishments were given to those prisoners and to those enemies. These special construction items or structures we can say these are more than 2 or 3 thousands, and there are holes to throw hot water and whole oil, and some melt minerals on the enemies. We can see that on one side and the behind of this fort there are small rocks, and the place is unable, and and these rocks makes it impossible for the strangers and for the foreigners or for the enemies of those times to climb up the walls of this fort. The Muslim rulers, wherever they went, wherever they ruled, wherever they occupied, wherever they visited, and wherever they constructed any sort of building, they also constructed so many mosques there. And within the premises of this fort, we also see so many mosques built uh, uh, in that area, in that era, in that time when this fort was constructed. This is the Badshahi Mosque. I think so. This might be the main mosque where the ruler, the Sher Shah Suri, or the commanders and the generals and his army official, they would use to offer prayer. Alhamdulillah, I also offer my Zohar and Asr prayer in this mosque. Now we are in front of the Kabli gate. So amazing and astonishing view from this side. And these stairs, which have been built later, and these stairs are not the original part of the construction. These stairs and this path will lead us to the um Kunhar River, which is beside this fort. Whenever you come to this fort, to visit this fort, come to relax, come to enjoy, and come to relish from the unique style of construction of Afghan Muslim rulers, especially Sher Shah Suri. And if you go to Islamabad from Gujranwala, from Lahore, and you do not visit this fort, this very grand fort and very astonishing fort constructed by Sher Shah Suri, I think so that you miss a very amazing and a very great opportunity to enjoy and relax.